So by the time this video drops, the new Titan pool will be out, and there's one champion in the pool that I've really wanted to talk about and haven't been able to do so yet, and that's Mr. Knight. So what better time to do it than on the day when he's going to become widely accessible to a lot of endgame players. So Mr. Knight, the Summoner's Choice champion, and this is one of those champions where I just want to love them because I love Moon Knight, I love Mr. Knight. Moon Knight was one of my favorite Disney Plus shows that they've ever made on the MCU stuff in Phase 4, and I just loved it. And when I love something in the movies, it means I really want to love it in the game. It was the same thing with me and Gore when I used to make a lot of content for Gore. And as far as Mr. Knight is concerned, after playing him a lot, he's a champion that I want to pursue on my account. I really want to play more of this champion, and will be doing so if I can pull him from the Titan. But should you want to rank Mr. Knight yourself? That's kind of the question that we really want to ask in this video. And so I'm not going to immediately go out and tell you he's like the next best skill champ. Quite frankly, he's not. In fact, he does some really strong things, but the really strong things that he does are things that a lot of the top skill champs kind of do similarly, although not in the same way. We got Tranquilize, which he does very well, but Mantis is kind of there. Her Tranquilize works differently. Hers is mainly like you only can use this against science. Mr. Knight can do pretty decently outside of the science class, but also Mantis's like works mainly for non-damaging and damaging, and Mr. Knight's you really want to use for like damaging only. Non-damaging only. So important disclaimer real quick. Mr. Knight's Sig ability has a line that only works in Battlegrounds. So there's a couple matchups that don't work on this test map that do work in BGs that I can't do on the test map because they just don't make a lot of sense. And so like the Battlegrounds specific line is like he's going to start with 2 injury passives at the beginning of the fight, which allows like getting your panic online against Lumitrix or something like much faster. And it just doesn't make sense to do it in the test map if you don't have that line of text. So unfortunately, like I can't really show a good looking Lumitrix fight. I could show a Lumitrix fight that still works, but not one that's like appealing because it's not what it would look like in BGs. It would look a lot better. So I just want to show you the Sig ability in general. Like quick disclaimer, do you actually need to have it? I'd say probably not, but there are a couple additional matchups that he would be good for if you can have him duped. But I think you can get a lot out of this character unduped. So let's move on into the gameplay. Let's just start with some fights, get like a basic rotation down. And like the main way you want to ramp Mr. Knight is by countering heavy attacks or countering special attacks. So that's what we're going to do against Quicksilver here to start. Bait some heavies. And the annoying thing is, I'm just going to immediately start. There's a little bit of annoying thing with the kit in the beginning. It's like you need to get them to charge their heavy, and they don't do that all the time. Like it's just AI is going to be AI, right? He's going to get the AI manipulation stuff later on after you ramp him a bit, but early on you just don't, which is kind of annoying. Like I wish he started with that AI manipulation earlier. Like he's got that reckless debuff, which makes them more aggressive. But yeah, like once you get rolling, like once you counter their heavy and specials like a few times, then he's just going to start hitting really hard, as you can see here. We're just doing ridiculous light attack crits, 31k on every single light attack, and then Quicksilver just gets nuked down very fast after you do that short little ramp. But like, let's get into a bit more of his utility and stuff. Like we have what is definitely the biggest piece of utility for Mr. Knight. Well, there's 2. The first is the Tranquilize, and that's going to be on your parry, and then after you counter your opponent's specials or heavies a lot, you're going to start placing them every time you do so. So then I parry here to get another Tranquilize, and boom, she's just not going to place any more debuffs on me. And so I'm not going to get the fumble on me, I'm not going to get any debilitates on me, she just can't place any more debuffs on me as long as I keep those Tranquilize up, which are pretty easy to do, because again, you get them when countering a heavy or special, or when hitting them after the sleep, and if you are failing a lot of debuffs, you're going to be placing sleep a lot. And as you can see here, like, she's just getting completely wiped out. And she, honestly, yeah, like, Mr. Knight's one of the best Spider-Woman counters in the game, I think. You can shut off pretty much everything she does, and it's very, very strong. But now let's go fight Photon, like another defender that we can just kind of tranquilize, right? And we're also going to be shutting off her miss, where, you know, we use the panic to counter Spider-Woman's evade. We can also use the panic to counter Photon's miss. So I'm just going to counter her heavies a bit, and then we start doing pretty nice damage once we get a couple of these light proficiencies up. The main way you want to do that is by dropping your special ones, and then you also want to drop your special ones right when your moon phase is about to switch over, because then you get a sleep right after, which is going to allow you to place more tranquilize and stuff like that. Here, did I make a mistake? I don't think I should have necessarily thrown it there, but I still got 2 light proficiency, which is the most important thing. And then boom, we got a little sleep thing right there, and then she goes down pretty nicely. So we're going to move on to fight Enchantress now, which is just, again, another example of the panic being like, hey, look, here's a really nice miss counter. So I'm going to go ahead and start here. She gives me the intercept spell at the start, which is cool. So I'm baiting a heavy, and then I'm going to go for an intercept, and boom, immediately we have the panic up. So if she tries to go ahead and get the untouchable spell, which I think she's going to do, like, right here, then we can go ahead and refresh the panic, and just, like, boom, she can't make me miss, which is perfect, because that's kind of the main way that Enchantress fights go wrong, is usually when she gets the miss spell, and you just constantly keep missing her with that RNG, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get the light attack there, and at this point, she's kind of just dead. We're going to lock her down, just with a bunch of different sleeps. Every time, again, we throw the special one as we're crossing over the moon phase, we're going to switch to the next one, and then our damage is just ridiculous. Like, we're doing, what, almost 120,000 damage every single combo once we get those light proficiencies up. So here's Nico, another example of a miss counter. This one we're just going to wait out the buff immunity, and then once that's gone, it's just like, there's not much she can do. We're going to kill her before she even drops a special, which is pretty fun when you use Mr. Knight, because, like, in some scenarios, yeah, you can just kill them before they launch a special, because you're just going to be sleeping them enough to where you can do that. Actually, no, Nico is going to launch specials in this fight. I remember now, because I baited a special one partially to show the miss counter in action and stuff. So I go ahead and dex it, and we have the panic, of course, and the panic is definitely helping me a lot there. And I'm going to go ahead and drop my special one here, which is going to do the sleep, and then she's going to be moving on. So as far as, like, Mr. Knight goes, like, I really like this playstyle. It's really solid, but again, like, if I'm talking about him in relation to other skill champs, Mantis does a lot of the same things he does. Crossbones takes a lot of the same matchups he does. So it's really just like, how much do you really want to play those other champs, them being Mantis and Bones? For me personally, I have both those champs at rank 2 on my account, and I don't really think I'm going to rank them any higher, because I just don't like them that much. Whereas I'm enjoying Mr. Knight a lot. It's just weird with reasons I like certain champs, you know? So, like, Mr. Knight fills in a gap for me that I have to fill with my Mantis and my Bones being ranked lower. And so, like, that just means, like, Mr. Knight has a gap to fill in your account. Like, he is going to be really strong in those certain matchups, especially being Photon and Spider-Woman, which are 2 of the most oppressive defenders in the game by far right now. So that's absolutely nothing to scoff at, being able to counter those 2. And he is going to be a strong champ. It's just, like, outside of those matchups, outside the science class, outside the couple of mystics I showed you, how strong is he going to be? And, like, I really don't know. Like, the Tranquilize isn't strong for damaging debuffs, which is really annoying, because sometimes you want that for, like, Alliance War. I do think he's going to be good for some of the Photon matchups and Spider-Woman matchups in War that we might see. He might be able to do 42 Spider-Woman. I haven't seen it. I've seen him do the Spider-Woman on EMP mod before. But I'd have to see, maybe test it myself if he can do Spider-Woman on the steady build-up node. But here we're going to go fight a long fight, like a big health pool Spider-Woman. And yeah, I'm going to back myself in the corner because it makes it easier to counter her heavy. And then boom, the panic's up, so like literally no more evades. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just do a bunch of counters here. And we're just going to start ramping up the tranquilize and stuff. So from here, we're going to get ready to drop a special 1 in a moment. Bait her special 2 first, which is good. Go ahead and drop my special 1, which isn't going to place the sleep, but I have one coming up pretty soon from the Sig ability, failing a bunch of debuffs. And then going to drop one here, which is going to place the sleep because it crossed a moon phase. And then I'm going to do a couple hits and then wait for the second phase, reset my combo and stuff. And we're just doing, again, a very large amount of damage. She did place a debilitate on me because I didn't have an insane amount of tranquilize there, but like, she can't evade, so it doesn't really matter. It's actually just willpower healing, which is pretty cool. So here he drops a special, she drops a special 2, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drop my special 2, which is going to give me a pause. That doesn't do anything now, but once we switch into the full moon, it's gonna be really good. Because when we get into the full moon, it's going to pause the full moon phase, which is the best phase for Mr. Knight. It's gonna give him the guaranteed crits on your light attacks, and then also guaranteed crits on your special 2. So here she goes to sleep, and then boom, drop the special 1, sleep again, and then yeah, I'm gonna bait her special 2 right here. And as you can see, the full moon phase is paused, which again is the phase we want to stay in the most. And then Spider-Woman goes down in under 2 minutes, which is pretty nice. So let's go ahead and summarize this guy real quick. Like, how excited should you be? You should be pretty excited. Like, he's a good champ. He really is a good champ. The thing is, like, do you want to rank him if you have some of like the skill champs who kind of do what he does already ranked? If you have like Bones and Mantis like ranked really highly, and you play them very regularly, then you might be a little bit more wary on this guy because he does blend in with a lot of the things that they do. But if you don't want to play those as much, or you just want to add this champion to your roster in general, like, these are the matchups that he's good for. And he's going to be a pretty fun champ. Again, I'm ranking him myself. I have a rank 4 Silver Sable who also kind of does similar things to him, but I feel like playing both because Spider-Woman and Photon are my 2 least favorite defenders to fight in the game. I'll go ahead and take another counter to them. And we'll just see how he shapes out. Like, this champ is one that I really just don't know how he's going to shape out. I don't have a great guess. I don't think he's going to be super strong for war, but we'll see. I don't think he's going to be super strong for in BGs. Like, he's going to have some really good matchups, but he's not going to be like the go-to skill champ for it when Okoye simply exists, or other skill champs, you know. But we'll see. Like, I think he could age pretty well, and I'm confident enough to rank mine. But we'll see what some other creators put out there. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you in the next one.